All right, we've only been in the building for a couple of minutes, and Mr. Dialis is already bearing gifts. The Tribune Review. I love it. I love the sports section, and you can actually subscribe and get that paper, one of the many vendors here that want to help you. And there's a lot of delicious stuff here as well. And this man is all about baked goods. And if he wasn't a good Catholic and it was Lent, he'd be tearing that stuff up.
I would have, man, my mouth started to water going past that one little strudel stand or whatever it was. My goodness, and this place is unreal. Really, really nice stuff.
All right, listen, so Seth, my producer today from Philadelphia, I had Brian the other day up there with Marty at Coons for the Fabulous Fish Fry Friday. He's from Philadelphia. So if you were peeking into your crystal ball for the NFL, would you make the Philadelphia Eagles the odds-on favorite to win it again next year?
Well, I would, especially in light of the fact that they filled up the pocketbook of our man Saquon Barkley and extended his contract, which they didn't really have to do. They had him for another year, but they showed a lot of love there. I hate giving running backs a lot of money for
$20 million per.
But and he's shattered that glass ceiling of $20 million for a running back. So it's good news for guys like me who could have some running backs coming up.
All right, so we're going to talk a lot about the Pirates today. A lot of things happening with our Buccos, more spring training action later today. But right now, when you look at this nucleus, one of the things that I'm going to ask you on the air, but you can tell the social media audience now, of all the Pirates that you would consider giving an extension to or a new deal, maybe a month or two into the season, if they have good numbers to begin, who would it be?
Bednar.
Now, see, I wasn't even going there. I was thinking O'Neal Cruz, but Bednar would be good. And I think you lock him in for more than just 2 years, maybe 3.
You're talking Bednar or
Yeah,
Cruz?
Bednar.
Yeah, but he has to get off to a good start. And if that's the case, and he returns to form, which I think could be the case, he's a guy that, he's a Pittsburgh guy. He's a Pittsburgh favorite. I think that would be a really good move to make as far as acquisitions or just retaining your own assets. I think it would be a great move.
All right, so I got the Pitt hat on. Coach Capel and company did a number on Boston College. They await Notre Dame Tuesday. Duquesne Dukes lost to St. Louis in overtime. They're going to be in action Thursday morning at 11:30 against St. Bonaventure. But we have on the show today the very explosive and exciting Robert Morris Colonials basketball coach Andy Toole. They are getting ready to take on Oakland, another aspect of the Horizon League tournament in which they're playing in right now. And to be honest, we love all of our teams, but they are the biggest success story in this community this year. Would you not agree?
They are. We've been looking for a success story, somebody to talk about, somebody to wrap our arms around, and I think we may have found it with the Robert Morris Colonial.
All right, did the Penguins do enough with the free agency deadline?
No. They did nothing. Nothing to excite us. It was a trade deadline and all that other good stuff. No, the Penguins are boring.
The only thing I can say positive about the Penguins, they got a lot of draft picks over the next couple of years, but you have to understand, we got Lemieux, we got Crosby. I'm not so sure if Lightning is going to strike for the third time to get that trifecta. We've been very fortunate. We have to start thinking about maybe experiencing some of this over the next couple of years before we get it going again. Last thing, something your sweet spot, Milk and Honey Entertainment, NFL agent, free agency is on the way. You surprised Geno Smith went from Seattle to Las Vegas?
I was somewhat surprised, yes. That was, kind of an odd spot. A guy who's had an up and down career, kind of back up on the rise, and I thought that Seattle had the guy that they wanted.
Ted Arnell will be here also talking the NFL. A couple of more notes about the NFL before we talk about our Steelers. Aaron Rodgers and the Giants supposedly very close to a deal. Why would you want to go to the Giants? Don't you think it might be, and I love Aaron Rodgers, it might be better to just say, call it a day?
No, he's a media hog. He loves the atmosphere, what goes on in New York. He probably doesn't even have to change homes. He's just going to stay where he is. And it doesn't surprise me. Actually, nothing that Aaron Rodgers does surprises me.
All right, Jackson Dart, the young man on an Ole Miss, could be in the Steelers' sight. They need to get Justin Fields re-signed. Seems as though Russell Wilson is not going to happen. But here's the really intriguing story about our Steelers. Wide receiver, hearing maybe Devontae Adams could end up here, DK Metcalf could end up here. Will they get a wide receiver?
They will get a wide receiver. I don't know that it'll be the big splash wide receiver that we're anticipating or hoping that they will do. I don't see the big one happening, but they'll sign somebody.
Greg Diolis, your Pratt Pack, Seth manning the controls. It's just about that time. Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show. But I'm telling you right now, today's the day. Sun is shining, all sorts of great things, 1,500 exhibits, some of the most incredible vendors you're ever going to want to meet. Let them prepare lunch, let them prepare dinner. The hardest working staff anywhere in Pittsburgh, the David L. Lawrence Convention Center. My man Mark Moore, day 3 of the Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show, running through next weekend. And we'll be here every step of the way. Join us now on Kdka for the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show.